Hey guys, it's Jasmine. How are you guys doing? Sorry I disappeared for 2 months. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot this was a thing I was gonna do. But I'm back, and hopefully I will be back consistently. Um, so yeah, today I'm drawing Mina Ashido from My Hero Academia. I mentioned last time I really liked the show, and I was kind of inspired to draw a series of the different kids from 1A and what I think they would be like as adults when they're pro heroes, because the more I've watched the show and finally started reading the manga, I realize a lot of the heroes also have, like, I guess you could say, side hustles of what they do, especially when they're not like top heroes yet. And I was like, oh, I was sitting there thinking, it's like, well, based on how they act now, how do I think they would act like as adults, maybe? What cool things do I think they would do? And for Mina, she just seems like real cool to me. I feel like that's something that wouldn't go away as she got older. I definitely think she would try to start like a fashion brand kind of thing. She's one of those people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um but it actually like really worked out for her, and I kind of used an inspiration photo of Rihanna from everything. You know who I'm talking about, Miss Robin Fenty. It was her cover of Vogue from, I believe, 2018. It's the one with all the flowers and stuff. You can Google it. I hope you know which one I'm talking about, but it was a pretty iconic cover, and it was the big fashion issue. And I, I believe I still have that copy of Vogue, and I don't read Vogue. I dress like a middle school boy, so there's no reason for me to want that. But I feel like that's something Mina would have done going into adulthood. Would have tried to get the other girls and probably Denki from her class to join her. But yeah, right now I'm doing a underpainting, I guess is technically what it could be. Um, just putting in like the deepest shadows of the drawing first. Um, you'll see later on I kind of messed up. I forgot to change the layering and opacity for it. So it actually worked, so it kind of just looked flat for a while. That's my bad. I was drawing this at like 2 in the morning, so you're going to see a lot of mistakes today. But yeah, basically for this piece, I thought it would be like her cover of Vogue in the future, which would be like really cool. I don't know why that's the idea that popped in my brain, but it was, and I liked how it came out. Um, you will see later on though, because it was 2 a.m., I suddenly wasted my college education because I couldn't spell to save my life, which is so cool. It made me feel great about myself. But I went back in and I fixed it because I didn't realize it until about 10 minutes ago when I started editing. My confidence and ego are sky high, can you tell? But yeah, basically, with this one, it was a little weird at first starting to put down the colors because Mina is pink. Most of her is pink. So I was trying to think like, oh, what colors could I use to like complement the pink so it's not just a huge pink drawing, cuz like don't get me wrong, love monochromatic stuff. I can't do it correctly and it frustrates me. But looking at it now, I realized I gave her Shaggy's outfit, and you know what? It's fine. It looks good on her. We're going to pretend like it's high fashion. I like the sweater. That's about as high fashion as my brain went when I was drawing this. Um Also, I guess I can kind of talk about the ones I started for the other kids. Some of them I like incorporated the colors of their like hero costumes, because they're the colors we mainly see them in. And then other ones, I kind of added small details of typically who the characters are shipped with or who I ship them with that you know, this is my drawing, my opinion is valid. I'm completely joking. Um, so for Mina, I don't really ship her with anyone. So I just kind of went with whatever colors I wanted and colors I think she would like to wear. But then, like, at 3 a.m., I stayed up really late. I drew Jiro, which you'll see probably later this week or maybe next week. I don't want to put up a false hope. I added a lot of yellow into her drawing because I'm not going to lie, Denki is one of my favorite guy characters because he's just me as a boy, and I don't know, I didn't realize I was doing it, but it made sense as it was going on, and I really like how it worked out. Um, so you'll see that with some of the other pieces, but with Mina, like I said, I don't really ship her with anyone. Not anyone yet. There might be someone later on that I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense, but right now I don't really see it, if that makes sense. Yeah, and also please ignore the legs of the stool. I can't draw straight lines to save my life, and the legs look a little bit wobbly, but I thought it looked cool, so I kept it. And the more I look at it, the more upset I get. But yeah, under drawing, under painting, whatever is done. So then I moved on to put down like the actual base colors, and like I said before, this is when you'll kind of see that I didn't set up the underpainting correctly because it still looks kind of flat, and I was confused. I was like, why do I have to add shadows? I'm not supposed to add shadows if I did it this way. I messed up, and I didn't realize. It's my fault. It's okay. But yeah, I guess talking more about My Hero, since that's a series I decided to start in the middle of the night. I, like I said, really like the show. Some of my favorite characters are Mina, obviously. Um, I really like Bakugo, Kirishima, and Denki. I like Jiro. She I feel like she needs more screen time. I don't know if they're ever going to give it to her, but I think she deserves it. Uh, Basically, all the girls, I don't think they get enough screen time. Even Uraraka, who's like the main girl of the series, doesn't get enough screen time, in my opinion. Um, of the teachers, my favorite teachers, of course, Aizawa and Presentation Michael, because they are my last two brain cells. Midnight, I love her, but I also don't know why she's teaching children. I feel like there was a weird disconnect when she got hired, but you know what? She's doing her job. Unpopular opinion, I think All Might is the worst. He's the reason these kids are gonna need therapy in the future. He doesn't realize it. That's not fair. They're kids. The amount of times I've watched this series and said, but they're kids. That's weird. It's not normal. And like, I don't think even All Might knows what he's doing at this point. I don't think he understands the repercussions that are going to come hit him in the face in the future because of everything he's making these poor kids do. Oh, another great character I should mention is Aerie. I would die for her. She is baby. Literally, she is a baby who deserves every good thing in the world because, I mean, if you haven't seen her episode, go watch the show. Even if you don't like anime, I feel like there's something in that show that would get your attention and like make you enjoy it, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, it's like it's every other anime that's out there. Like main protagonist, maybe doesn't have a dad because they never have dads. Trying to be great and then he can't do it because of blah 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 blah. And then what happens? Giant man saves the day and saves them, and then they can become a hero. What did I describe? Was it a Batman movie? Possibly Superman? Any Marvel movie? Or My Hero Academia? Or even Star Wars? They're all the same thing. They are all the same show, just a slightly different color palette. But you know what? I like a lot of those shows, and I will continue to watch them even though I know exactly how the story is going to work out each time. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's why all the stories are the same, is because it's a formula that Hollywood knows works, so they're never going to change it. I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see a new style of that kind of show just to see how it would work out, because at this point they're all kind of the same for reasons I don't understand, if that makes sense. What else can I talk about? Oh, right now, I don't have a job. Last time I said I worked at JCPenney's, a lot had happened since my last video. I no longer work there, and you know what? I'm no longer depressed. That's a lie. I'm just not as depressed. Um, Listen, if you work there or you want to work there, it's probably a good job. My area, it just was not working out. And like my location, it didn't make sense for there to be a JCPenney's in my town because all the other ones are closed. So like obviously we're probably next, but I don't know. Either way, I don't work there anymore. I'm looking for a new job. So that might change up my schedule a bit if I don't lie to you guys this time and actually keep uploading. Again, I'm sorry about that. What else? Oh, we got a puppy. I don't know if you guys can hear her screaming in my living room. She has to be held every 30 seconds or the world implodes. She's very sweet. She's adorable. She's so loud, but I love her. Even though she's screaming right now and I can't tell if my mic is picking it up. I really hope it's not. It does sound funny though. If it does pick it up, it might make you guys laugh. Um but yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask if there's any characters you guys would like me to draw, leave it in the comments. Honestly, I'm open to anything. I will draw anything at this point because I'm always wanting to draw something. I need inspiration. Also, I realized I was a big liar last time. I said I was gonna put all my social media in my description. I just forgot. Like I didn't even like think about it. I just completely blanked on it. So I will do that this time. It'll basically just be Twitter, Instagram, a Tumblr if you guys want that. Is that still a thing? Do people still use Tumblr? Am I old? I might be old. My little brother says I'm old all the time. He's 13 and I'm 23, so to him I'm 87, so it's fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. But yeah, I don't really know what to talk about. I didn't think this through. I guess I'll just keep talking about stuff that I like. Hopefully you guys will relate to it. If you don't, tell me and I'll shut up about it. Totally, it's fine. Oh, let's talk about a few other animes that I really like and I might also do a series of later on. Jujutsu Kaisen. It's so nice. I love watching it, and I know at this point it sounds so basic to be like, I like Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know. It's something about it I really appreciate, even though it's the same trope as all the other shows that I watch. It's just weird enough that I like it. I feel the same way about Demon Slayer. Really like it. Haven't gotten that into it yet. I like bright colors and cute faces and people getting their arms chopped off. Something about that trio is perfect for me in an anime. And I'm trying to think of other ones I've watched recently that were like that. And I can't think of any because all of them are either like the trope I explained or like it's a setting in a high school and a poor girl is just being traumatized by a bunch of her guy friends, but it's supposed to be funny and it's not. Or on High School Host Club, I'm looking at you. I don't know. I like those kind of shows. I really like, like Sailor Moon. I think is probably one of my first favorite animes. First one I ever watched though was Inuyasha with my dad. So I can blame him for making me like this. But I don't know. Really good show. Again, bright colors, action, but not like so much action that I'm bored, if that makes sense. Um, hmm. What else? Oh, in the drawing, I changed the background to a gray color because I always forget if I draw white clothing, I won't see it if the background is white. Crazy how that works. Yeah, I forget every time. So, in other drawings, if you see me casually change the background color, it's because I forgot that you can't see the same color on top of the same background. And I'm sitting there going, huh, why can't I see it? It's not working. It's because I don't think things through. I kind of draw like as a train of thought, if that makes sense. So if that irritates you, I am sorry. If it makes you feel better, it irritates me too. Um, yeah. What else? I really can't think of anything to talk about. Have y'all seen any cool TikToks lately? I'm on there way too much. Oh, I guess I can add that in to my description as well. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok, I try to post regularly now. Not used to, but I think I'm, I guess, funny. On here, I'm awkward because I'm talking to myself in my room alone and there's no response, so I do that weird pause to leave open a response. And I'm starting to realize it doesn't make sense to do that, but I also can't just talk without having like bullet points, but I'd much rather just talk to you guys like you're my friends that I'm drawing with instead of me trying to preach at you while I'm drawing, if that makes sense. I say that a lot, if that makes sense. Like, you can't answer me. Why do I do that? Sorry. Um, oh, I'm looking around my room for inspiration, so if I'm jumping around a lot, I'm sorry. But my birthday was a month ago, roughly. My boyfriend, who's very great, got me a drawing tablet, like an actual drawing tablet for my computer. If you guys have any suggestions of programs I can use to use it, because I really want to use it, let me know. Don't get me wrong, I love Procreate. I will continue to use Procreate. But, like, maybe there's different drawing avenues I can use with a giant tablet that's almost the size of my monitor. I'd like to use different drawing avenues if possible. Um, so yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, leave that in the comments below. That would be super helpful. I'm telling you guys to do a lot of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to boss you around. I, again, feel like I'm talking to a friend and no one is responding, so you don't have to do it. I would just appreciate it. Alright, we're getting towards the end of the actual drawing itself and not like the background and stuff. And like I said last time, the wobbly legs of the stool we're gonna pretend are perfectly straight. Um, they look like that on purpose. And looking back at it now, I don't really know why I chose this color for the stool. Like, I think it looks nice, but I don't know. I feel like a different color would have looked better, but I still don't really know what color. Maybe it's too dark or something? I don't know. Something about it feels off, and I don't really know. I'm not good with color theory. I said that last time. I just pick what colors feel right, even though half the time they are 100% not the right color. Also, there's this weird clicking noise in my ear every time I'm doing this. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope not, because it's loud and it's annoying. And I don't know what that is. But yeah. Oh, I also wanted to point out because some of my friends have asked me about this with the drawings that I've done for them. With the lips, I always do like a really dark, like red or purple for like the color. And then I blend out the edges because when I think of how lips normally look, they're not like a completely like dead straight line across, if that makes sense. They kind of blend into your skin, and I think it looks more like natural, I guess. It looks more correct to me than it does if I just drew like normal lines of lips. I only really do that if I know I'm going to leave the lips dark. Like if they're wearing like black lipstick, obviously I'm going to outline it or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a weird thing, but I've always done that with the lips. So if that's incorrect, someone could tell me. This is, we're all friends here. It's open. You can tell me whatever you like. Here you're going to see me struggle with calligraphy because that's not my thing. I appreciate people that are really good at that. It's not me. The Vogue sign was fine. Did I misspell Vogue? Did Hold on. I'm still here. I'm just looking real quick because I can't spell to save my life. Would you believe I have a college education? Because I wouldn't. No, I spelled it right. I'm stupid. Okay. Yeah. Everything looks wrong to me. It's also because I haven't, like, had to write anything for almost a year now. Because I graduated finally. And, it's weird. Once you leave school, you don't have to write a whole bunch anymore. You don't have to read. You don't have to do anything. Except for pay taxes and die. But, like, I just like my brain doesn't work anymore and I don't know why. And it's funny sometimes. Like you'll see here I butchered fashion. Didn't realize it. I fixed it. But like why is it that I was in college did really well considering every mental breakdown I had every Thursday night? And then I left and suddenly I can't spell basic words anymore. I don't know what happened. There's probably a reason for that. I don't know. And yes, I know this is slanted. I couldn't fix it once I realized it was slanted without redoing it, and I really didn't want to redo it. So I tried to fix it. I don't think it looked bad. It probably does look bad, but I'm telling myself it looks nice so I don't feel bad. Alright, I'm gonna give you silence just to see me fail at spelling fashion because I think it's funny. Fashion. Fashion. The big fashion issue. I looked at that 4 different times last night and I was like, yeah, that's correct. Where's the H? Where is the H? Now I'm thinking about it, I probably did it with a different piece that also has writing. So, yeah, if I did do it in that one, I will go back in like I did on this one to redo it and show you guys that I redid it because I wanted to prove that I could spell and it was a simple mistake. But we all know I can't. I can't spell basic words. Thank God for autocorrect. Um, yeah, so when I was making the background for this one, I was kind of on the fence of doing flowers on Mina, like the Rihanna cover I was talking about. So instead, I did a bunch of foliage instead. Oh, this is me redoing fashion because I was embarrassed. Um, I did a bunch of foliage instead, which I felt like gave it the same feeling. I didn't make it super in depth because and it wasn't the main part of the piece, if that makes sense. Mina was. Um, but yeah, I liked how the background turned out. I typically am the kind of person I don't really care about the background, I guess. Like, I'll try to make it look nice so it complements the piece, but I don't do a whole bunch with it normally. And, I've been watching, I can't remember their name. They are art teachers from one of the big art schools. It's on the East Coast. I can't remember which one it is. But they have a YouTube channel where they try to like help students do that are applying for school and like giving them good tips. I was listening to that one day when I was drawing something and they said if you don't do anything with the background that would make sense for the piece, it's not because you don't know how to draw a background, it's because you're lazy. And I felt so called out. So ever since then I try to do more with the background. I just still feel like it doesn't I never like figured out how to actually do it, so I'm still just kind of figuring it out as I go, if that makes sense. It's getting better. It's not just a blank color in the background. At least there's stuff going on and I add shadows and stuff like that, but like what do you guys think? Do you think if I drew the background first, like already knowing what I'm going to draw, it would be easier? I don't know. I'm not good at scenery stuff. Like landscape, I can't do it. Portraits, I can do 50. Like, it's weird. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, like and subscribe. Bye.